more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
But I mean, fair game. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Overdump's Reactions. My name is Casper. This is Mortius, and we are back with the penultimate.
Yeah, he did it! I
Penultimate.
just taught Casper a brand new vocab word at the beginning of this record session, so please, no judging or making fun of him. He knows more languages than most of you, and we should respect him for that, and still have a fun time giving him just a little bit of a friendly hard time. But this is the penultimate Hamilton episode, which, for those of you who are also learning along with Casper, means second to last. We are about to hop into the election of 1800. Your obedient servant, and best of wives and best of women. I am really, really excited for this trio. I love the way that every time I start a video and say the names of the song, Casper's like, ooh, as if we hadn't just talked about what the 3 song titles were in the previous recording session, which normally would be like a 2-week difference. Right now, it's like 5, it's literally 3 days after the last time we recorded Hamilton. What's your excuse?
I forgore.
So, being reminded of the election of 1800, your obedient servant, and best of wives and best of women, do you have any thoughts?
Okay, so the election thing is probably going to, because I'm very sure that, like, because of Fairly Odd Parents, that Thomas Jefferson is going to be elected as the 3rd president. Your obedient servant, I feel like that is like, I don't know why, and this is like, either this is going to be a nat 1, nat 20 thing.
We're ready. This is going to be one of those weird predictions.
I feel like this is Aaron Burr sucking up to Thomas Jefferson to become the right-hand man of the president in a sense, right?
Oh.
Could be.
I
And
like
then
that a
what was
lot.
the best of wives,
Best of wives, best of women.
Oh, well, that's gotta be... Well, there's only one wife in this entire thing, and that's Eliza. And that's like...
Yeah.
Like, was it Theodosia?
Yeah.
But she's not a wife. She's not Burr's wife, though. She's someone else's wife, right?
I don't remember the timeline of that man's
but there's
relationship.
like one... It's like one wife left, and that's Eliza.
Yeah, basically.
Because Hamilton's he's like, you know, very... In that sense, she's barely a wife at this point, you know?
I mean, yeah, but we did see them reconnect at the end of this last episode, which was nice and had a lot of complex emotions around it.
Oh.
The whole episode was a lot of complex emotions.
It's Quiet Uptown was heartbreaking.
Oh, and we now get to hop into the, like, end of this show, because for those of you who don't know, we record more than one episode at a time, and we're recording a little bit ahead since Casper is on vacation next week, as of the time of recording this at least. So we are actually in real life about to sit down and get through the rest of this show, even though you guys are going to get these 3, and then 1 week from today we'll finish it off with the last 2. I also have confirmed this a lot in like comment sections and premiere chats, but I don't think we've ever mentioned it on camera. I know all of you have been really asking for the cut songs, and so since they are 2 of my favorites, 2 of the best and 2 of the most well requested, Casper and I are going to be doing a full deep dive of... Let's see, can I tell them both these yet? Yes, I can.
I think I know one of them.
Yes, Congratulations and First Burn. We will be checking out as a video for YouTube. Any other cut songs, we're not going to be doing deep dives on. We're just going to be doing strict reactions, and those are going to be over on our Patreon. We'll talk about that more when that video comes, but I just wanted to mention it. I know everyone's begging for the cut songs, so those 2 cut songs will be coming to YouTube. All the rest of them will stay on Patreon. Any of the other ones I decide to show him. All that to be said, are you ready for the election of 1800?
Before we do that, we have a lot of comments saying, guys, you need to do animatics for Hamilton. Guys, you need to do Hamilton animatics. Here's the thing, guys. As much as we would love to do them, we cannot justify doing Hamilton back to back. So we just go through the entire thing. We cannot justify doing. But we are potentially planning on doing a Hamilton tier list way further in the future. And by then, we will be doing the animatics for that. So we have seen your comments. We're sorry we didn't address it sooner. Thank you so much for the engagement. Thank you so much for suggesting it to it. But yeah, that's kind of why we can't do them. Can we try doing that, you think? Why is your hand so big? What the but Oh, there we go.
Let's get to the reaction, folks. Woo!
The election of 1800. Can we get back to politics?
Please.
Yo, every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams shat the bed. I love the guy, but he's in traction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction.
Aaron Burr is a presidential elect?
Yes.
What? Why? Okay, well.
I mean, he's going to take any opportunity that he can. That's been his entire character this whole time. But I love the, like, because you were really talking about how, like, it felt like, in the last episode, I laughed because you were like, I really feel like we've stopped talking about the birth of America, and we really went on, like, the Hamilton, like, Eliza character side quest. So I love that you said that. And then the start of this song is Jefferson, can we get back to politics?
Can we get back to
Please? No. Like, yeah, as you said that, I'm like, don't worry, the show acknowledges what you're saying literally in the first line of the next song.
I just realized this is the same motif as "It Must Be Nice, It Must Be Nice." Like the opening, the music to this.
Oh, like the instrumentals?
Washington
yeah, I
on
guess
your
so.
Washington on your side instrumental, yeah.
Yeah,
If
you're
like
right.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's good, man.
Well, cool. Good observations as always.
Very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances.
He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances.
Ask him a question that glances off, he obfuscates, he dances.
And they say I'm a Francophile. At least they know I know where France is.
Thomas, that's the problem. See, they see Burr as a less extreme you. You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you.
Who did you have in mind?
Don't laugh.
Who is it?
You used to work on the same staff. It might be nice, it might be nice to get Hamilton on your side.
Oh.
Nice. It might be.
Yes, before we get to the transition to the next part, because I know I won't want to pause then, Madison coming in with the very risky tactical choice of essentially being like, hey, like, they view you as too extreme, like, Burr is the safer choice, but if you can get a key endorsement from someone who, like, has worked with you and has fought with you in the past, suddenly we end up with a little bit more of an interesting thing there.
Can I throw something wild out there?
Please.
So I think what's going to happen now is that they're going to go to Hamilton. Hamilton, seeing this as kind of a redemption arc, getting back into the game, is going to say yes. Burr takes offense to this, challenges him to a duel, and that's how he dies.
Ooh.
That's my prediction. Mason put
That
that one
was
right here.
so. I mean, I don't know if you can confidently say that was a nat 1 or a nat 20 because you said a lot of different things, and there's a
That's
chance
very
that some
true.
of them are true. Like that was a lot more sequential than your predictions normally are. So that might have
Yeah.
been some of those were correct and some of them weren't. But
Okay, fair
who
game.
knows?
Yeah.
Nice to get Hamilton on your side.
Talk less, smile more. Don't let them know what's for against or what's all for. Shake hands with him, charm her. It's 1800, ladies, tell your husbands, vote for her.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose. That's just a fetus.
And Jefferson? In love with France.
Yeah, he's so elitist.
I like that Aaron Burr.
I can't believe we're here with him.
He seems approachable.
Like you could grab a beer with him.
Aw.
Really coming at it from just the fellow person perspective.
Quiet of the town. It's quiet of the town. Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir.
Yep, getting that motif back.
Created quite a stir, sir.
I'm going door to door.
Openly campaigning.
Sure.
That's new.
Honestly, it's kind of draining. Sir.
Is there anything you wouldn't do?
No, I'm chasing what I want. And you know what?
What?
I learned that from you.
I know, right? Giving him that little bit of appreciation there.
But, I mean, normally I'd say, wow, this is huge, but he's at his door asking for a vote at the presidential election.
Yes.
So, if I was at Burrs, I would say anything to, like, get his vote, in a sense,
Yes,
you know?
Yes, and I genuinely don't think he would openly lie. Like, he'll lay it on thick, but I don't think he would completely openly lie. Like, it kind of goes
Fair.
back to nonstop. Like, Hamilton came to Burr's door and is like, Burr, you're a better lawyer than me.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like, I think Hamilton actually believed that, and Hamilton never would have said it if he didn't want something. I think it's the same situation here. I don't think Burr ever would be like
That's fair.
publicly like, hey, I got my morals from this butthead, from this dude over here. Like, I don't think he would do that if he didn't get something out of it. And I also genuinely don't think he would say it if there wasn't a kernel of truth behind it. I think he
Very
genuinely does feel like he's been able to see. I mean, the last verse of Wait For It was literally talking about like Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits no
Yeah.
restraint. He takes and he takes and he takes. Maybe it's not even as a compliment, but him just saying like, I've learned that if you want something, you gotta go grab it. And who did I learn that from? You.
Alexander Hamilton. Yeah, okay. The paper he just handed him, was that something was that something crazy, or just like the voting paper?
I'm guessing just the voting, the ballot,
Okay.
but I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
All right.
It's a tie.
It's up to the delegates. It's up to Hamilton.
Yo! The people are asking to hear my voice. The country is facing a difficult choice. And if you were to ask me who I'd promote, Jefferson has my vote. I've never agreed with Jefferson once. We have fought on like 75 different fronts. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
In a sense, well, because what like the sad, like, I guess the sad, but that's because this is not really, like, if this was like a political musical, we would get more into it, obviously. But I don't actually know what some of the key things that these candidates stand for. I got a little between like how like they want to run the economy and like with the debt between the North and the South and whatnot, right?
Yes.
But I don't actually know what like main points that were for Burr and Jefferson, right? So for me, someone who's not in the American system and doesn't know much about American politics and whatnot, I'm a tiny tad bit confused to this because so because Jefferson has beliefs and Burr has none. Was that what was said?
Yes. When
Yeah.
I have never agreed with Jefferson once. We've fought on like 75 different fronts, but when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And for me, what that really comes out to is like the perspective, like Hamilton believes in like the passion. Like he's like, Jefferson will
Yeah.
go to accomplish something. And
Yeah.
like what we talked about in previous episodes about how like the second place person kind of gets in, like there is some inherent like moderation. I think Hamilton didn't want someone in the top position who was essentially only there for himself, who's a figurehead. Burr's
True.
whole thing, like his reason for wanting the presidency can be summed up with one song title. He just wants to be in the room where it happens.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the changes he's
Yeah.
making. He doesn't care. He just hates that the people making the decisions are in a room that he can't be in.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, he can still get that without being president, like in a sense, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
but still. And I just want to say, not confirming or denying, now that I'm not sick, I can have a good poker face again. I know I kind of messed
Yeah.
it up in the last batch of reactions, but I just want to say, you gave a very interesting boom to boom to boom to boom to boom prediction.
Yeah.
That was step one.
first one was step one.
That
Yeah,
was
that's fair.
the first step of your prediction was he endorses Hamilton and Burr isn't happy about, or endorses Jefferson
Yeah.
and Burr isn't happy about it.
Burr's have about, yeah.
Let's keep it going.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned.
Hamilton's on your side.
And
You won in a landslide.
Gee.
Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight. I look forward to our partnership.
our partnership.
as your vice
Oh, yeah.
president.
Yeah, right. You hear this guy? Man openly campaigns against me. Talk about I look forward to our partnership.
It is crazy that the guy who comes in second gets to be vice president.
Ooh, you know what? We can change that. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm the president. When you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement.
Dude. So not only does he not get to be president, he
Yeah,
did
so
change the rules.
that policy didn't last very long. It's really funny. You were having a really in-depth discussion about, like, is that how it
Yeah.
used to work? And in my head, I was
Yeah.
like, for like 2 presidents.
I mean, yeah. Also talking about it, because obviously I think in a sense I feel a tiny bit bad for Burr. You can't help but to feel a little bit bad for Burr, right? He lost everything just by that. But also, it makes sense. Why would the guy you're fighting against, right? That's like going in a boxing ring and then beating the shit out of each other. Then you know what I mean, right?
I
Also,
mean, I mentioned in the last video, I understand, like, if the sides were less divisive, I think there would be value in having the both perspective. Like, essentially, if we're... I don't know how political I should get here, but, right? It's always a tough ground to tread. But I am not speaking in regards to Republicans and Democrats right now. I am speaking not just American, but in general, about the concept of progressive ideology and conservative ideology. The inherent dichotomy between trying to keep things the way they are and trying to push things forward. Either left unchecked is wrong. That's my hot political opinion. Either left unchecked will lead to a bad place. The people who want to push everything forward need to have their heads pulled out of the clouds, and the people who want to keep everything as it is need to be shown that the world is changing. There is no, like, absolute progressive or absolute conservative. I mean, as with anything, the most extreme view on either side isn't the answer. And I think in a system that isn't as divisive as our two-party system, I genuinely think there would be value in having the two highest positions being one person trying to go forward and one person trying to keep what we already have, so that they have to find where that actual balance is.
brother, you should move to Denmark.
No! Maybe. Well, that's an entirely different conversation. But,
dude, yeah,
Yeah.
something I was told something tragic about
Ooh.
this.
No.
And this has nothing to do with the plot or anything like that. I think you know this, but Washington only got to enjoy 2 years of retirement before he passed away.
I think
Did you
I
know
knew
that?
that at some point, but it was not in
Yeah.
my brain. Like, that's not something I would have
2
remembered to
years,
share with
man.
you. I think I,
That's
learned that back when I
crazy.
was into him. Yeah.
Oh, and we were also interesting about the there was something about Eliza's dress.
Oh, yes.
in Burn.
I completely forgot this fact last time, and then Casper ended up being told by patrons, so I'm sorry you don't get to see his, first time reaction reveal to it, but we do know about the Eliza's black dress thing. You're doing great, buddy. For those of you who don't know, Eliza already wearing black when she showed up in Stay Alive Reprise was like a shout out to the fact that in the real world timeline, Eliza was essentially coming back from Peggy's funeral when she got that news. So Eliza had just a really bad month. Anyways,
Yeah. Remember
That
that
is-
next time you have a bad hair day, bro. Okay,
Bring it
what
up.
is this song? Sorry. go
I was
on.
going to say that is the end of the election of 1800. So that was that
Okay.
last little bit of it. So now we get to Your Obedient Servant. Let's see what this is.
Ooh.
Oh.
How does Hamilton, an arrogant immigrant, orphan, bastard horse, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line. As I reckon with the effects of your life on mine, I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect.
I look back on where I failed, and in every place I've checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect.
Yeah.
What
that's
a
not good.
fire
That's
thing
really
to
cool.
throw out at someone.
Dude, the instrumentalization, we are back in a valse 3/4 here, and what I really like, what something that's really common for 3/4 with piano, like dum 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 gang dum, like here with the piano as well.
Yeah.
It is always passion driven songs that are like this. Like for example, the I lose control.
God, I love doing
that
this
one,
with
remember
you.
that? Yeah. So this one you can and also because something that I really admire by the Aaron Burr actor or state like his actor, yes, what's
Yes.
his name?
Leslie Odom Jr.
Leslie is fantastic at portraying. So what I sometimes forget about, especially Leslie's so good at this, is that this is not a guy, like this is a guy acting, right?
Yeah.
But Leslie portrays it so well that like Aaron Burr, like talking about how he's not quick to anger, but doing it in such a terrifyingly calm way, the way he portrays that. The only thing I can kind of like it's where you're forgetting that this is not Aaron Burr trying to be like kind of respectfully angry about it, like
Yes.
he's like addressing him formally in a
Yeah.
letter or something like that by like signing on it. The only thing this is going to be a really weird comparison. In Avengers, where Loki is turning into different characters to mess with it might not be Avengers actually,
Okay.
but with
No,
Thor,
you're
right?
yeah.
So one thing that I really think that we can compare this to is there's a point where he turns into Chris Hemsworth, Chris
Evans, yes.
Captain America, and Chris Evans is so phenomenal at portraying as if it's Loki being Captain America. Right? So you
Yes.
think that's that, but it's actually just Chris Evans acting like that right here. And here I think it's it's really amazing that Leslie is not. We forget that this is Leslie portraying Aaron Burr because I just get the feeling that, oh my God, this is Aaron Burr being terrifyingly calm about something that was disrespected to Alexander Hamilton, right? And this is what I love about this show because Hamilton has been one of the best shows to kind of like make me forget that this is a play on a stage in a
Yes.
sense, right?
Pro
Like,
shots
I'm
will
not
do that
aware.
to you.
Yeah, I'm not aware that I'm watching a play most of the time that I'm watching Hamilton, right? And I think that's crazy cool. Yeah.
I love that. Real quick, I know it's already a long pause. One thing that I want to say real quick, though, just for your own knowledge, when you are listening to this after the fact, I really hope you specifically go find the cast recording of this song, because the beginning of this song is one of only like 3 spots total that I actually think the pro shot I like less. Like,
Oh, okay.
the way he delivers it isn't hitting the beat, which, like, I guess if this is the first time you're hearing it, it's probably just, like, he's so caught up in the emotion that he's, like, not even singing on beat. Like, how does Hamilton, the arrogant, the immigrant, that, like, that kind of thing. But in the cast recording, it's on those drum beats. It's like, how does Hamilton, the immigrant, arrogant, orphan, bastard, whore's son, somehow endorse Tom. Like it's so intense and on beat every time that it's terrifying. So I really hope you go listen to the original one because I think it conveys his like turn to anger better than the pro shot does.
Yeah. I
Hurt my hands.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm having a feeling that this is a formal like glove thrown down. That's about to happen here. Or at
Let's
least,
find out.
Yeah.
Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you've got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant.
Mr. Vice President, I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you would need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
But I mean, fair game. Burr wants to talk. Let me just pull out the receipts. You know, like, right?
But
Like, literally.
here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreement. I just like to.
Yeah.
I remember I saw an old Tumblr post that was just like, here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements, and it showed someone who like hand wrote something that was just like May 7th, 2 p.m. Burr had a stupid hat. I told him so. Or or something. I forget what the post was, but it was so funny to me. Like, Burr's hat looked stupid. I told him so. And that was the entry. But just like the idea that he kept track of
Yeah.
is so
course he did.
ridiculous.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. He even kept track of his disagreements like he was running out of time. I'm sure that's not foreshadowing or anything. Here we go.
I have not been shy, I am just a guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic.
And I'm sorry, I know we just paused, but just I am not been shy. I am just a guy trying to do my best for like the it's so like groovy out of nowhere. I like it so much. And I just wanted to highlight it.
It's so interesting. Sorry. It's so interesting how that I haven't, to my knowledge. So we're in a 3/4, right? What I like to do when I'm writing in 3/4 is actually experiment with triplets. And triplets is like da da da, like da da da, and I don't think we've heard that in the rapping yet. And it's just how flowy this is, you know. And similar to how epic was with not in 3/4, but how it was with Done For and There Are Other Ways. How it was portrayed as a dance in a sense, right? I feel like this is portrayed also as like a dance between the like with the letters here, with the vowels, just the way they flow back and forth. And I'm really watching because I know the bullet is delivering the letters as well, but here they cut the entire ensemble is kind of doing that. So I'm waiting if there's like a significant moment the bullet maybe does something in a sense, you know.
Love your brain.
But I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant.
Careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperate indeed, good man. Answer for the accusations I lay at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man.
Your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said. Every bit of it. You stand only for yourself. It's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true.
Then stand, Alexander. We hawking. Dawn. Guns. Drawn.
Oh no.
I have the honor to be your obedient servant.
A.Ham.
A.Bird.
So you might have really nailed it on that one, I'm afraid. I tried to gaslight you by trying to imply that half of what you said was right and half of it was wrong, so that you wouldn't think you nat 1 or nat 20. No, 100% accurate. That is exactly what happened. Hamilton endorses Jefferson. Burr is not happy. We hearken Dawn.
I did mess because I did say your obedient servant was Burr buttering up Jefferson,
that was a
though,
completely separate prediction.
Yeah, very true.
You
very
were
true. Okay.
totally wrong about what my obedient servant was going to mean, but after that prediction, you said, I think the election, because it was when we were already recording. That was in the intro you predicted my obedient servant.
True.
That was wrong, but it was once Madison hit us with it might be nice to get Hamilton
You
on
are
your
so
side.
right. Yes.
That's when you said, okay, so now Hamilton's going to endorse him, and then this correct, this correct, this correct, this correct, this correct. Now it's just like, okay.
I'm very afraid because Burr has been known to maybe not break the rules, but definitely bend them a little to his,
you
know,
think
like
he
how.
would be dishonest in a duel almost the same way that Iker was?
Well, I know that people will act in very extreme ways once they lose everything. And to Burr, he's been working his entire life lying in wait for all of this, just for that to be taken from him initially just because of Hamilton in his eyes, right? Which, you know, I guess that's debatable if that's true or not. People will talk about like that. Well, you don't stand for anything, but yeah, Hamilton could have, you know, right? Yeah. So to him, I feel like this man took everything and anything from me. He does not deserve honor. He doesn't deserve for me to follow the 10 dual commandments, right? Like I am like call me like you can make fun of me for the rest of my life if Alexander Hamilton is not killed by Burr in a duel in this like next time here. If Burr doesn't shoot Alexander, then you can make fun of me for the entirety of my life.
Burr shoots Alexander.
Yeah, I'm the damn fool
song.
that shot him.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Yeah. I'm gonna say kill.
Exactly. The big thing. You're really hearkening on this being a fatal wound when technically we don't know for sure yet.
Exactly. That you can't make fun of me of. You can't make fun of me with that. But yeah.
Anyways.
I like biggest five. Okay,
We'll see. This last song is very short. This is the 43-second song, so we're probably not going to pause much for it. We're just going to experience this, do our outro, and then get to our big finale. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's do it. Liza's trying to talk him out of it.
Alexander, come back to sleep.
I have an early meeting out of town.
It's still dark outside.
I know. I just need to write something down.
Why do you run
You're about to
like
die,
you're
bro.
running out of time? Come back to bed, that would be enough.
I'll be back before you know I'm gone.
Phrasing.
Back to sleep.
This meeting's at 1.
Well, I'm going back to sleep.
Hey. Best of wives and best of women.
Aye.
did
And
you
then I hear the
did you
10
that
dual
instrumental start?
commandments.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 10 dual commandments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no,
So-
he doesn't even tell her.
He doesn't
That
even
poor
tell her. He
woman.
just says, I have a meeting at dawn.
That poor woman.
And the why, I just need to write something down. Why do you write like you're running out of time?
Because he
Has
is.
quite possibly never been more poignant before than it is right now. How you feeling?
I think Lynn's last name is about to snuff it.
Well, that's certainly something that we will find out next week. Unless
Next
you're
week.
a patron, in which case you can see it in just a moment. But for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are right here in the premiere chat, we appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much to our patrons for making series like this possible. And we're almost done. We are going to be hopping into the last episode here, and then most likely, still in this Friday slot, we are going to hop right on into the cut songs while everything is still fresh in our mind, and then hop into the next series after that. So, thank you guys so much for being here. 2 more weeks of Hamilton after this. And if you've been, because like, this series spanned our solo channels to the start of this channel. So if you've been here since the beginning of it, I feel like I should be saving this like big outro for like the final episode, but I also know we're going to have so much to talk about in the final episode. It's already going to be way too long. So instead I'm going to say it right now, even though this isn't the very final episode, this is our final recording session. If you've been here since the beginning, you mean so much to us. And your support is invaluable. And if you want to keep supporting and see more content while you're waiting for next week, there are some boxes that are about to appear right below Casper, and I guess me as well. So please make sure that you check out those boxes. If you see a little box down there that's content you haven't seen before, that's a really great and easy way to see it while still supporting the channel. So thank you for being here, and as always, greet the world with open arms.
Ta-ta.
Can we make it happen? Can we do it again?
Yes, we can try.
No, you're too far. No, back up towards you. No, you're
It
past
looks
the
good on my
border.
screen. Remember, we have
Oh,
the
'cause
different
yeah.
thingies.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.